Welcome to SMS Dominator, the multi-channel marketing system. What I mean by SMS Dominator is multi-channel. You can actually deliver a message to your consumer or your customer through multi-channels, through autoresponder, through SMS text messaging, and through Twitter. And you can also use it by sending a voice broadcast. So there are multiple ways to talk to just one individual customer, and that has been proven to be statistically a better way to talk to your customer than to just send them emails all the time. Emails, emails, emails that get boring. But imagine sending 2 emails and then one text message, sending out some more emails and then another text message, and then sending out a Twitter message to your customer. That is the way to get the best response from your customer. All right, let's talk about how we actually use SMS Dominator and how we tie the SMS Dominator texting system in with the autoresponder. So we're going to start with the autoresponder first. Go up here and we click on autoresponder. And once we're in the autoresponder page, we click on campaigns. I'm going to show you the campaign means that each autoresponder you have has a separate campaign. So let's say I had a campaign on selling fish. That would be one autoresponder. And let's say that I wanted to talk about selling dogs. I would create another autoresponder for selling dogs. So each autoresponder campaign is found inside the button called campaign. And that's exactly where we want to go to first. All right, and as we scroll down, you're going to see a lot of manila folders. Now, when you first start, you might have one manila folder or two manila folders when you first start. And these right here are manila folders in my mind, and that's how I envisioned it when we had this designed. We wanted to make it bring a little bit of the old in with the new so that we could put like a file information on the top. And all this right here is just file information, and all the blue means you can access more information. And the more information you're able to access, that means that you've tied our autoresponder in with our text message marketing system. And as we scroll down, we're going to see some more information what I'm talking about by that. Here we go, right here, this SMS webinar, autoresponder campaign SMS webinar. We now have more options right across here that we can use. And we're going to go all the way down. And what we first need to do is we're going to create an autoresponder. Now, I've created a couple autoresponders in my test, and here's Swifty 2. I'm going to create Swifty 3 as an autoresponder. All right. Create that autoresponder. Now, that autoresponder has been created, and you know that because I'll just scroll up here a little bit, and it will say, autoresponder successfully created. Now, we have two options here. We can right away create an opt-in form using our unique opt-in form creator. But in this instance, we're not going to do that because I want to show you what happens once we create an autoresponder campaign. So I'm going to go back to the autoresponder list. And inside the autoresponder list, I'm going to scroll down to the very bottom here. And we have Swifty 3 that we just created. Now, as you see, this has no HTML code here where we want to provide an HTML code with cell phone. We can't do that yet. So we need to tie the two together. So the way we do that is we scroll back up here to the top and we go to SMS Dominator. And inside SMS Dominator, we're going to create a campaign called Swifty 3. The reason why we're doing that, we have to create a common link because the SMS Dominator texting system and the SMS Dominator autoresponder system are two separate programs under one hood. And think of it this way, if you say, if light turns green, go. If light turns red, stop. The same thing holds true with this. If the campaign name for the autoresponder system is the same campaign name for the text message system, then the two will tie together and they'll be able to have a relationship. Okay, so let's click on campaign. And now that you know that, you need to know that obviously what? We need to create a campaign called Swifty 3, right? So let's say we're going to create a campaign. And the name of it here is right here. It says title. We're going to put in Swifty 3. Click on campaign, which I already did. And I'm going to keep the same campaign name, Swifty 3, just to make it easy. And the client could be you or somebody else. And as you see, it says select phone number. And we'll just select any number here in the list that I have. Now, when you have the select number, you're only going to see one number typically, unless you wanted to buy some more numbers. Okay? And there are several reasons to do that, and we can talk about that at a later time in another video. But for this video, just want to tell you what these mean right here. Add offer expiry date, meaning that if you wanted to provide an offer through your text message marketing system, offer ends December 31st, something like that. You can do that with this. Call to subscribe is really cool. I like it a lot, and I'll tell you why. I've been doing text message marketing for a while, and there are people out there, there are a lot of people out there that don't understand how to text the word Swifty to a certain number, but they do know how to call. So if you put in writing, call this number to subscribe to our VIP list, they can call, and it can be a robotic voice saying, thank you for subscribing to our VIP list. And that's it. So that's how that part works right there. But for this campaign, we're just going to show you about how to link. And it's the most important part is linking, because once you get the linking, then you get a lot of more options available to you. All right, so here are some more options that you can worry about. We don't have to worry about that name now. We're just going to add the campaign because we've got the basic information all done. And to make sure that we do, I'm going to scroll down, go to the second page here, and we'll see right there, not Swifty3. Let's try that again. I'm not exactly sure what I did here, so I'm just going to change this to Swifty3. Make sure I click on campaign. Make sure I change this to Swifty3. Client name is me. And I've got all the basic information in here. I clicked the wrong button. I clicked this here. I meant to click this add button here. Let's see if that works. There it is, Swifty3. Okay, so now we're good. We know that. And to prove to make sure that the two are tied together, I'm going to go back to the autoresponder. And we're going to go click on campaigns. And we're going to slide all the way down to the bottom. And by the way, I want to make sure that you understand that you have unlimited campaigns and unlimited emails that you can send out with our system. And now, as you can see, all these options, these HTML codes are highlighted and done. These are basic form codes that have been pre-created for you. You don't have to create your own form codes if you don't want to. This form code is the most popular one for me. Nope, let's postpone that. This form code right here, name, email required, cell phone not required, is the most powerful one for me, because by using this form code, what shows up is name, email address, and cell phone. And but if you don't put in your cell phone, you're still able to capture the customer's name and email address. Okay? But what I do to entice the customer to use a cell phone is at the bottom of that, I put a message. Please provide a valid cell phone number to receive an unannounced bonus. Something of that nature. All right? Let's take a look at this code now and see what it looks like. Scroll back up here. I think I hit the wrong button. so I'm going to go back there again. All right, I'm going to go back there again, scroll all the way down, and take a look at, that's actually coming soon. I hit the wrong one. That's not available yet. This is the button I wanted to click. Scroll back up a little bit. And there's the code. Now I can take this code, copy this code. It's already done. It's going to have name, email address, and cell phone in there already done. Completely done for you. And you can have this redirected to go to another page if you want, whatever page you want. So I'm going to actually copy this code. This is going to take a little bit longer than I initially expected to do. But I'm just going to get this code for you so you can see how I would do it. Grab the code. Now I don't do it this way because there's a more advanced way that I usually do this. But I'm also going to open up a system called Composer. And with Composer, while that's loading up, I'll try to explain it. With Composer, it's a HTML editor that does a little bit of what you see is what you get, and it does that pretty fast. And that's why I'm going to load that up in here to fit a little bit better. Move some things around here. There we go. Now, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to center this. I'm going to hit a bunch of X's. I'm going to go back here. I'm going to hit enter. And let's see, I'm going to go to the end. I'm going to hit enter. Provide a valid cell phone. Oops. Cell phone to receive added bonus. And the way that you would provide that added bonus is once they provide a cell phone number, because it's tied into our text message marketing system, they're automatically going to get a text message that says, congratulations, thank you for providing a valid cell phone number. Click here to get your added bonus, and that could be whatever bonus you want it to be. Get your free ebook today. Whatever, something like that. I'm just making it very simple to look. Now these X's here is where I'm going to put the code. Let me shrink this. I'm going to shrink this down a little bit more. Good, that's it. So I'm going to go to source code right here. And where those X's are, I'm going to highlight this. And I'm going to paste that code in there. I'm going to hit normal. And as you can see, there's the name, the email address, and the cell phone right there. And once they enter all that information, the name and email go into the autoresponder, and the name and cell phone go into the text message marketing system. Real simple, right? Now I'm going to show you a little bit better way to do that, the way that I do it. So hold on just 1 minute. I'm going to reduce this, minimize this. I'm going to go back to campaigns. And I'm going to go slide all the way down to that campaign, Swifty3. There's Swifty3. Now we've added some other features in here that I'm going to show you real quick. Let me see if I can do that. Okay, let me just go back down here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you, a lot of people have said, Keith, you know, providing what you've provided is real great because it's so easy. You don't have to manipulate anything. It's already done. It's already there. And in fact, what I've done here is I've created what's called an opt-in form, a unique opt-in form, to use what I just showed you. And this is what I've been doing for a while. Let's show you what I've done. This is my unique opt-in form created that's unique to our system. And the first thing you need to do is you need to create or add a new unique opt-in form. Those are those fancy opt-in forms that have maybe a picture at the top of the opt-in form and maybe some fancy words that says click here to get your ebook like I told you before, and it just looks a little bit better. Watch what happens here. I'm going to add a new opt-in form. The first thing the opt-in form asks for is to select your header image. Well, we're not going to worry about that. Meaning you could create an image that's 300 characters wide and maybe 100 characters in height. It could be really fancy, it could be really cool. You could grab one off the internet and you could put it and you could upload it. But we're not going to worry about that for now, okay? We're just going to go through this a little fast. This one says, what's the width of the header image? Well, we don't have one, so we don't have to worry about it. And it says select your footer image. We're not going to do one, so we're not going to worry about that either. I just want to show you, though, all the different techniques and all the different options that you have with this. The width of the opt-in form you are creating. That's important. Let's say it's 300 characters. Usually it's always done in pixels rather than percent. And this one does ask you, is it in percents or pixels? So you put in pixels. So it's 300 pixels wide. Now it says the background color. Well, we're going to make it, I'm going to go with yellow. Click on Next. The border width around the opt-in form. That means you see this black right here. That's called a border, and the width in here this is probably 1 pixel. I'm going to go a little aggressive here just so you can see what we can do. We can make it 4 pixels, and we have different types of graphics that we can use, or different types of lines. We can use a solid line, a dotted line, a dashed line. Let's go with the dashed line. And the color of the border. Well, we know we have a yellow on the inside. Let's go with, I think I'll go with black. Yellow and black are always nice. And there says padding. What the heck is padding? Well, the distance between the letter N, the edge of the letter N, and this black line right here, that distance right there, that's called padding. The distance between the top here and the top of the T or the E, that's called padding. And there's left, right, top, and bottom padding. So this one says, what's the top padding? Well, I like to usually keep it at 2. So I'm going to click on next. Then I'm going to make this 2 as well. But you can take it, you can make it anything you want. Make this 2 as well. So what kind of text do you want to put at the top? Well, we always want to put in something enticing, obviously, right? Get this limited offer free ebook today, or limited offer ebook today for free, maybe, right? Exclamation point. And by the way, it automatically centers everything. This is a typo. It says Vardana. It should be Verdana. We will fix that hopefully soon. But it's kind of fun. I like that actually. And let's make it 22 characters, 22 character font size. And we click on next. What color are we going to use? Well, we know the yellow. It's a yellow background. It's a black dashed border. Let's go with red. And by the way, it says here you can use those fancy colors with the codes to get that if you want, your color codes. The text you want under. I think I actually mentioned this just a few minutes ago. We're going to write, please provide us with your valid cell phone so we can send you, let's see, so we can send you an unannounced, how do you spell that? Unannounced bonus. Obviously, I spelled it wrong. But I'm going to put bonus like this. I'm going to right click there, make sure, let's see. Maybe it's not a real word. Unannounced. There we go. Okay, so now we get we get that in there. Click on next. We're going to make the font size Verdana again. And we're going to change the, the font type was Verdana, and we're going to change the size to, let's make it 12. Click on next. And the font color here, I'll make this black. Because we really want to make the header stand out, right? Next. The autoresponder code. Now this is the really meat of the whole thing that really makes this really cool. Look how I can do. I can actually enter in the autoresponder code for the name, email required, not required for the cell phone required with everything. I can use any of these codes. I just click right here and the code is automatically entered. Click on next and let's name the form. We'll name it Swifty3. Okay. You can create as many forms as you want though for this campaign. You might have, and why would you do that? Well, you might have 4 or 5 different pages, but you want to use the same autoresponder campaign. That's why I would do that. Now here's some more options that we have. Download that opt-in form, continue with the thank you page, go to the opt-in form list, go back to the autoresponder. Well, I'm going to tell you right now what you want to do, and this is very important. You want to continue with the thank you page. Now, the thank you page, I'm just going to go very simple with this, and you can play around with it. You're not going to break it. I'm going to make it a single opt-in, meaning you don't have to verify your email address. I'm going to go with the custom. I'm going to go with pick from our existing URL. Excuse me, our existing thank you pages, and we've created different thank you pages that you can take a look at. I know that this one is going to work, and I'll prove it here. I'm going to view the page right here to make it sure it's a simple one. And as you can see, it says, welcome, your subscription has now been activated. Once again, thank you for subscribing. Please check your email for any additional correspondence from us. There's no confirmation required. I'm just going to go back here because we confirmed that, right? And I'm going to go check one more thing off that's important. It says here, wants welcome email. You do want to send out a welcome email. You don't have to have them verify it, but it's welcome. Thank you for registering with us. Hi, what's this name? Because you already have their name. Thank you. Blah, 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 right? Okay. And then we're going to hit save. Once we hit save, we go back here and it says go to opt-in form list, which is exactly what we want to do because we want to now download that list. If we had downloaded the list before we corrected the thank you page, well, then it would not have gone to that thank you page. It would just go to nowhere. So we wanted to make sure we created a thank you page, an attachment. So now we want to download this. Here's 53. And again, as you can see, you can add in as many forms as you want to. I'm going to download this. And I'm going to save this to my download page. You can't see everything here. I apologize for that. That download should be done in any second, and it is. That's done. So I'm just going to go to Open Containing File. There it is here, and I want to unzip that file. Hopefully I'm not losing you guys. If I'm losing you, pause it, go get a drink of water, come back in, watch this video several times, and it's going to click. I'm going to extract this to Swifty3. And now I'm going to go find what I just extracted. Hopefully, I'll find it pretty fast. There's Swifty3. Now, there are going to be two files here. One is for images. If I had created an image an image header and an image footer, it would be in there. And all I need to do right now is I could literally upload these two pages onto my website, or upload these two pages to create a website. And this is exactly what this is going to look like. Let's take a look. Now, you can't see the whole thing, so I'm going to move this down here a little bit. Bear with me just 1 minute, guys. And that's what it looks like. Now, isn't that nice? Isn't that kind of attractive? That only took us a little while. We didn't have to do any thinking, really. Get the limited offer ebook today for free. Obviously, the wording's not that great, but there's the name, there's the email, there's the cell phone, and the subscribe button now. Please provide us with a valid cell phone so we can send you an unannounced bonus. Now, we could change that around and make that red and put the black at the top. Any color, any font, anything you want in there. Now, it's time for advanced stuff. Are you ready? I hope you are. Let's go advanced. Okay, so we're now back to our website, and we want to go back to, let's see, we want to go back to our autoresponder to show you some more advanced settings that we just added. You're going to really love this stuff. Go back to campaigns, and we're going to go back to Swifty3. Okay, we're at the Swifty3 folder right here, Manila folder. I love that. And here are our new fields, custom fields and managed forms. So we're going to go to custom fields and we're going to add new fields to our system. Everybody kept on saying, hey, we love what you've done, Keith. We absolutely love it, but we need to have more. We need to know what the person's address is sometimes. We need to know the person's shoe size at some point. Sometimes we might need to know what their neck size is if we're a, whatever, foot and shirt company. All right, so I'm going to click on Custom Fields. Slide up to the top here. And we're going to add new custom fields. After you add custom fields, you need to publish those fields. So we're going to add those fields. Here we go. Field name 1 might be first name. So if you noticed, our system only had name. That could be full name, last name, first name. Excuse me, our first name. Just had name. Now we can make it have first name. Let's create that. Custom field added. So let's go back to custom fields list. And you can see it in there. I'm going to add a new custom field. Let's go with last name. Let's do it right here. You want to do it right because this is actually what it's going to look like. Go back to custom fields. See, first name, last name. And we can keep on going on and on and on. Let's do one more. Let's call it first name, last name. Let's call it address field. And since we did address, we might as well do city and zip, right? There are times when you really want this information. There are times when you need this information in order to learn things. And we're adding new features like yes and no features. Are you male? Yes. Are you female? No. Whatever. Okay. Are you are you between the ages of 30 and 35? Check off these boxes. So we're going to get better and better as we go forward. But I wanted to show you how simple we are, and now our advanced features. Now that we've got these advanced, we're going to do zip code here. Okay, now I need to publish these fields. Fields have been published, okay. Alright, these have been published and it says edit remove. Now we're going to go back to our autoresponder list and watch the magic. I'm going to slide all the way down to the bottom here. And now that we've created the custom fields, now we want to manage our forms a little bit better even. So we're going to create a new form. And the form name is going to be Swifty 3. Let's call it 03, just so that we have it that way. All right. So we know that we don't. It doesn't say that it says F name is required. So we're going to say that that's required still because we're just going to add. In this case, all we're going to add is the address. It's going to be visible, not required. All these are going to be visible, but not required. Okay? And we can change the subscribe button here to something like Go Baby. Okay? Not Go Bat. Babt. It's getting late here, guys. Alright, and we can click the submit button. Now it says I can go back to the forms list or I can go to the autoresponder list. I'm going to go back to the autoresponder list. Once again, because my list is so big, I have to scroll all the way down to the bottom. And here is the really cool thing. We're going to go back to opt-in form. Now the opt-in form is where we created that really cool page. Excuse me, that cool opt-in box. That's not what I wanted. Let's see if I can find it here. No, I don't have it. Actually, I think I do. And you can't quite see it because I have it, but that's the one I'm talking about, that opt-in form there. So we're gonna actually change that opt-in form a little bit because now we have a new feature. Watch this. I'm gonna edit that opt-in box. I'm gonna go down here. I'm gonna go to the autoresponder form code. I'm gonna go there. And watch this. Remember we only had initially all these codes. Now we have SwiftE03 form code where we have the name, address, city, zip, state. I copy that in. Click on next. I'm going to call this form SwiftE03 because just to have it a different name. It should be Swifty Complete maybe, so it shows all the complete information. That has been saved. Let's go back to the opt-in form. The opt-in form list. Make sure it's there. SwiftE03 now, it's there. I'm going to download it. Okay. And this is brand new, guys, so we're going to see if this works the way that we expected. We can move the fields around, and I didn't do that, but I'm just hoping that that's okay. Open the file container, the folder container. There's SwiftE03. Going to unzip that. Let's go find it. It's right here. And remember, it's going to show this field and this. If we had a header or footer, that would be uploaded onto our website. Double click this. Let's see what it looks like. Minimize this a little bit. And there you go. Now, as you can see, there's no separation, there's no spaces between here, and that's going to be all changed. But look at what we can do in just seconds, creating a real attractive opt-in form. People pay a lot of money to have opt-in forms that we can create. I haven't even gone into adding a header image and a footer image. When we do that in our next more advanced features, I think you guys will be pretty much blown away because it's really going to knock your socks off. All right, I hope you found that helpful. The next lesson will be coming. It'll be 102, and you'll learn how to do some more things like merging with our survey, which is really neat on the SMS Dominator texting system. My name is Keith Carberry, and I look forward to serving you.